My next film blog is going to be done on the silent film The General. When I watched this movie, I really liked the comedic aspect of it. The character Buster Keaton plays as like kind of like a wimpy locomotive operator who kind of tries to defy all odds to get the girl and save the day. It's just funny because his character's kind of, I said wimpy, but the movie is just sort of like loose, and it's serious, but it's not so serious that it creates this, serious vibe that the movie. I wrote in my blog that it's very goofy. That's the word I was looking for. It's a goofy kind of movie, and it's very action-packed as well, which is another element that I really liked in this film. The use of the trains was really interesting to me. I put in my blog, my rating, that kids, usually enjoy like trains and the idea of train tracks and just the train kind of riding on the tracks. I know I did when I was a kid, and that's one of the reasons why I really enjoyed this movie, was because it has trains in it. I've always had a fascination with trains ever since I was a kid. I love train sets. Always had train sets during Christmas, and always went to visit places that had trains set up with my father. So that was actually my one thing that I really enjoyed to start out with this movie, was like the fact that there was like trains, and there's like a train chase, which I thought was really cool because I've never seen that in a movie, especially in a movie that's like 90 years old. So I thought that was very nice. And also, now looking back, it's a good movie because it, as I say in my blog, it combines like all the elements that are like make a really good movie, which are, it's funny obviously, but it also has like action. It has like a strong conflict between like the Civil War. It's the Confederates versus the Union, and then there's a love story as well. So there's a lot of these elements blended together to make this big, grandiose kind of movie, even though there's no voice, there's no people talking. It's just the written word on the screen that you see sometimes. So that was a really cool aspect of the movie, just to have all those elements in there, and all those elements just made for this really, really interesting and fun kind of movie.